Hello, Eversol Run Golden Eagles staff. Today we are doing a video for the staff and just kind of going over different things as a teacher in the building and things that you should know being an Eversol Run staff. We've created, or will create, I should say, a FAQ that will be sent out to you. And anything that is not covered or you need more clarification on, you can put it on the FAQ. And then once you do that, we will look at that information and then we can talk about it during our staff meeting. But to get started, a question that you might have about PLCs. How is PLCs going to meet? And you will utilize the 7:30 to 8:10 in the mornings for the PLC meetings. We could not combine the study centers due to the social distancing that we have to take part in, and so we got to make sure that we are keeping the 3 feet distance as much as possible. So therefore, that's why we have to utilize the 7:30 to 8:10 time frame in the mornings. Communication requirements. Communication should be led by the team leader if it's a team-wide concern. District and building items will go through the content leads. And we would like to start off with a positive outreach first to parents as much as possible. So whether that's phone calls home, emails, postcards that have always been a good thing. And also if you utilize the Remind app or any type of apps at all, that's a good way to send great positive messages home to parents. We also like to reply to parents within 24 hours. That is kind of the goal that I've set for myself and would like for the rest of the staff to set as well. It alleviates a lot of issues that you might find or run into if you get a hold of parents within 24 hours. And also phone calls as much as possible. During my time, phone calls has always been more successful than emails. A lot of times things can get misconstrued through emails, and I think it's just easier to be direct in the phone call conversations. Another question would be dress code. For dress code, you can wear the ERMS t-shirts on Fridays. I think that's great to build relationships with kids by wearing our shirts on Fridays. We would also encourage students to wear their spirit wear and Eversol Run shirts and shorts or whatever else they might have. You can also wear your SOAR t-shirts. We're looking at doing shirts, SOAR t-shirts and jeans, and possibly collect money for Sunshine Fund. That is to be determined, so we can talk more about that as we go along as well. Another policy, cell phone policies for students. In the student video, you've probably seen a red zone, green zone, and that's per teacher directed in their classes. So in your class, you will be, you'll have a red paper or construction paper, and you also have a green construction paper. You would decide when it is a red zone and when it is a green zone. I know some teachers said that they use cell phones in classes, and there's other teachers who don't use cell phones at all. So you can determine of when it's a red zone or when it's a green zone. There'll be times when it's a red zone all the time. That's fine. And there'll be times when you might utilize the phones for certain lessons and so forth, and that's fine as well. We'll do the same thing in the cafeteria during lunch and breakfast, where we'll probably keep that more of a green zone area. But you will determine when you want a red zone and green zone for cell phone use.
Some of you might be wondering how to track where students are during the day and how they will check out from your classroom. So we are returning to yellow paper disposable passes. Each of you will get one of these in your teacher folder on Tuesday. You will be the one filling this out for the student, hand it to the student. They will toss it when they come back to your room. But there is also going to be a step that the students will complete, which is signing out on a clipboard that you will all be given, and they will sign back in when they return. We are hoping to move forward with some QR coding. It's been used in the high school, which has been very successful. We don't have that up and running yet, so that information will be given to you in the near future. Students who are checking out from school should also have one of the yellow passes from the office. They're supposed to bring in a note from home, show it to Kayla, she will write them a pass, and they will show it to you at the start of the class if they remember, and it is up to them to remember to leave on time. We are trying to reduce having to call classrooms as much as possible, but we know that will happen as students aren't always, remembering when they need to be leaving. Weekly agenda shared to parents. Some of you had asked what platform or how are we communicating. That typically Schoology would be the best place to post any of those messages or agendas. Many of you are planning on doing a team newsletter, so that can also be posted to Schoology, as well as if you want to use the school email system, you could do that. Just always remember, any mass emails that go out to parents or groups should always be BCC'd or blind carbon copied. Badges, for now, everybody should have access to the building. We've shared those times with you in emails, and we can share those again. But our office access into the office, those scanners are not quite working yet, and that is on the punch list to be taken care of soon, we hope. As far as our garage doors go, many of you have been asking, and that was our first question about how to cover them for safety reasons. We are still waiting on guidance from Jerome Fire Department to see what is going to be allowable, and as soon as we hear what that is, we will share that with you. You will also be getting a red safety manual on Tuesday, and that is to keep in your room. I will be going over that more in depth with you at the second half of the staff meeting, but that will have all your emergency routes and emergency plans in there.
All morning meetings will start at 7:30, and it will go from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. So it's very important that when we do have our morning meetings that we're there on time to go through the meetings, since we don't have that much time. So yes, the meetings will be from 7:30 to 8. TV remotes and texts. Jen Schaefer is labeling, and we'll check these out with the staff as well. We will have a duty schedule for morning duty and for the afternoon. We'll talk to the specific teachers that will take part in the morning duty, and then for the afternoon duty, it will go by grade level. So for instance, it would be 6-1, 6-2, 7-1, 7-2, 8th grade, and then related arts. And we'll just rotate that duty. We will talk specifics during the meeting on about who is where and what the expectation is for that. So at this time, we are finished with our meeting, or I'm sorry, with our presentation. Again, if there are questions that you might have or for clarification, please put it on the FAQ so we can look at that information and communicate that to you during our meeting. Thank you.